Breaking now at 4, the Dow Jones closing down this afternoon, but rebounding somewhat after falling just as soon as the market opened this morning, all in reaction to President Trump's plans for tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada. The sell-off frenzy calming as word spread that the U.S. would delay those tariffs on Mexican imports by a month. President Trump pausing the tariffs after speaking with Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum.
Had a great talk with Mexico. We have to stop fentanyl from coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens from coming in.
But there is still more to work out over the next month before Trump imposes 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico. At midnight, Trump still imposing 25% tariffs on Canada, with a lower 10% tariff on Canadian oil and gas. Trump making a long shot comment today that he wants Canada to become the 51st state, and they would avoid tariffs that way. Meanwhile, China also hit with 10% tariffs on top of those already in place from Trump's first term. President Trump had promised lower costs for Americans, but Americans could be shelling out more cash on everything from cars to groceries if the countries retaliate with tariffs on American goods, which they have vowed to do. Michael Perchik is on this now, breaking it down. He joins us live in Fuquay Arena, where the potential impact is there. So, Michael, this remains a very fluid situation.
And all of that is creating a level of uncertainty for both consumers and business owners to try and navigate as they work to learn the full scope of these tariffs and what steps they may need to take.
So some people have to import components and then export them.
Jonathan Such knows all about the importance of adapting quickly.
We took a lot of looks at our supply chain during COVID, and how can we shore things up? How can we diversify? Can we find new suppliers?
He's the president of Advanced Super Abrasives Incorporated, based in Mars Hill. The company does business in Canada, Mexico, and China, and is bracing for potential impacts of these tariffs.
But you can find other export partners or other suppliers if need be. You do have to build in maybe a little bit longer lead times. You may have to build in some different costing mechanisms.
Suits, like many business owners, closely following the developments, including this morning when the U.S. and Mexico announced a one-month pause of the tariffs. The uncertainty is spooking the stock market, initially sending stocks tumbling, while presenting a challenge in how companies and consumers should best move forward.
If one imposes tariffs, what one might expect to see is consumer prices to go up and possibly domestic production to also increase. So there's a trade-off.
And coming up at 5, we take a look at the huge amount of trade between Canada and North Carolina, the impact we could be seeing here. In Fuquay Arena, I'm Michael Perchik, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.